Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of AI Amigos show. My name is Marina, and I'm very happy to be here with Jean Chao and James. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hey
Hello.
everyone. Hello Marina, Agent Chow. Long time no see.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Fair enough. 1 week. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. And we have a very hot topic for our audience, actually. We are talking about the AI in education, and we have a guest here. Hi, Johannes. How are you?
Hello. I got stuck in traffic with my bus, so I'm a bit late and I
Nope.
can only join from the mobile phone. I hope that's okay and you can understand me.
Of course, of course. And Johannes, what we want is your knowledge. So then we are very happy that you actually could make it.
Thank you
So
so much.
we just got started, and then what we mentioned is that the topic of the day is the tech in education and how AI is changing the way that we are learning. I know that there are some tools that are helping, and it would be nice to hear your experience because I know that you are doing some personal experience. So then maybe you can actually give us some insights on what is going on in this field.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I don't even know where to start. So, first of all, let me start with that. Nobody really is knowing how AI is changing education and what exactly got changed. Like, there is a lot of the expectation that AI is now solving all education problems from some people, and other people saying AI won't solve any problems at all and we should just not use it at all. But the underlying question is, which goal does education have? And maybe the goal of memorizing stuff is a bit more, or gets less and less um, needed, but the goal of like understanding stuff, putting stuff into context, also learning in the sense of personal development gets more and more important, especially in the world that we have. And yeah, from the changes, obviously there are tools to generate videos, exercise sheets, lectures, material. You can ask questions 24/7 to an AI and you get answers. How good or how right or wrong they are is on another page, but this is all having some kind of influence. The most prevalent thing I see you can see is that, especially if you have like homework assignments or stuff like that, that students can just use AI to just do their homework and they don't really do it. Like they don't have to do it if they don't want to train and want to get better. And this is, I think, the part that most people in education get to experience currently. But yeah,
Well, I would say not just the homework as a high school students. I mean, a university is also happening, and even now AI can code for you. In our last episode, we were showing cloud code, for example, and how it actually helps you. In the sense that you can change the coding and so on. But it is true that it's kind of changing, the way that we know how to study, for example. But I remember, I don't know, guys, you were in that conference with me. I don't know if you were in the same session though in Berlin, where there was a person that someone was talking just because all this wave of the AI in education was actually approaching, and someone said, "Okay, but." Is AI really helping people to learn? Because AI is actually doing a lot of stuff for people, so then they are not really learning. And then she said, "Well, but let's define learning. So what is learning? They actually as well need to learn how to use AI, right? As we learn at some point how to use Google Maps instead of maps when we are going, to visit some place."
Yeah, but I mean, even Marina, like when you were doing it, Jin Chao and I think Jin Chao would agree with this. Is that when we were doing like the coding or the vibe coding, even though it did all the coding for you, you actually, if there's a problem or an issue, you need to understand where to go, how to read it, debug it, and fix it. So it's not
Oh,
just like
100%, 100%.
so.
And I
So that means
always say,
you have to know. You have to know, and if you don't know, yeah, you know what I'm. If you don't know, you don't know.
you know I know, but I always say, guys, when we talk about when you get, for example, like a master's in AI or a bachelor's in AI, I always say that probably I was the last cohort that finished the master's in AI when ChatGPT was not there to help. And when I saw ChatGPT for the first time, I thought, oh, why it didn't exist when I was doing it? It would have been much easier. My life would have been much easier than it was. But now, looking back, I just think, okay, thank God I actually didn't have it, because it pushed me to learn, and to get the logic of the code. And as you said, James, being able to spot if there is an error. But Johannes, you have seen this, I assume, like in different technological universities. How do you see that the students are dealing with it now?
Like there are a few things to it. First of all, I just got remembered on a talk that I was giving a few days ago. It was about HR and getting a job in the age of AI. And it was very funny because we were answering a lot of questions. And then one student asked, so basically companies think they can replace entry-level jobs with AI because seniors get more done with AI. But then at one point, they don't have any seniors anymore. And then they will search for people to get trained to get senior. But what are we doing in the between? Like when they don't know it yet that they need us, like later. And this is very interesting because you still need to know the stuff. And more students are realizing it. Like terms like clanker, for example, getting more prevalent for students or young people in general that don't want to use AI and don't want to be reliant on AI. So they frame AI as some clanker stuff that is not good and you should not use it. And many see the danger of using AI for learning and then not actually understanding. And I mean, we have developed an AI solution for like technical studies that helps you actually understand stuff, which is a bit different. But when you see also at the advertisement, there are so many learning apps out there that basically tell you, yes, you can learn just 10 minutes a day and you will finish your studies, but which is like obviously bullshit. But the thing is, it's
Like Duolingo, that says you study 10 minutes a day and you will learn German. Here I am 3 years later, I still cannot, complete the phrase.
Yeah, Johannes, can you get an AI to teach Marina German, please? Because she needs
like
it
there,
urgently.
We
I
are
mean, there are
joking.
new AIs coming to also help you like practice speaking, which is like quite an important thing if you want to learn how to speak a language, that you actually practice speaking and not do some Duolingo quizzes. But yeah, this is true. Like, but I
Well,
feel that
but
students are more and more aware of the fact that they actually have to put in some effort and they're willing to do so. The problem is that the current system is not really rewarding this kind of behavior because you have to make the decision between getting a better grade and learning something. Because, like, when you just use AI, you get more done, you probably get a better grade, but you may not learn that much. On the other hand, for your CV and everything, having a better grade may actually be better. So, and we are putting that moral pressure basically on the students.
Genjao,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you something, because what Johannes mentioned is very interesting regarding the jobs. That in many places, what people expect is, okay, let's not hire new entries, or let's say entry levels, because seniors can actually do the stuff. But the problem is people are not really trained enough to be seniors with all the AI here. And as you're head of cloud, and probably you took some interviews, for jobs in your company. What do you see that is happening? Do you think that it is actually affecting the new, let's say, entry levels?
No, I don't think so. And my message going to hiring is different. I don't look at the technical skills because AI and because the job it is. Because once you finish university, you can't take the job. You have to learn on the job. So, and then I'm not saying senior is bad, but senior has their own quirks and stuff. You're doing certain things in so many years. And so it's good if you have some good experiences, but it would be bad if you have some bad habits with you. It's really hard to convert.
And what
Uh,
happens, for example, educating people in companies? Like, because Johanna said that they created an app or a tool that is helping people to learn or educating them for the university for better grades. But Johannes, can you use, for example, an app like yours in a company to educate people?
The thing is, for theoretical knowledge, yes, but usually the thing that people have to learn when they come into a company is, in my regard, so far not really the technical skills, because they should have gotten them from university, but more like process knowledge, how to behave in, like how to work in a team long term, not just for one assignment over 2 weeks, but how to actually work as a team, be productive on scale. Because like developing or building something as one person is a lot much different than developing something with 20 persons. So those kind of things, I think, more important. And I don't really know a way of learning that except just doing it.
No, of course. I would like to say hello to Pranav. Thank you for joining the conversation. You are an AI engineer student. Maybe you can tell us your experience. Have you tried any app that helps you learning, or in the university where you are they using any tool to help you? And also, I would like to welcome other people that are in our audience watching us to jump into the conversation. We would love to hear your experience as well. Maybe you have tried some great tool there or not, or maybe didn't help you. So then we would like to hear from you.
I I have a question for Johannes, because today there was something out in regards to I don't know if you saw Air Canada, where there was a bereavement and someone was talking to the chat, and it said that they would offer a bereavement discount because they had someone die in the family, and they would give them a discount for travel. And the chatbot said that they did, even though on their website officially it was a no. And so now they're suing. I believe they got them. It was talked about anyway recently. It's been some time ago that this happened. So my question is in regards to, this was obviously a hallucination. How do you deal, because the stakes are really high in education? How do we ensure that the AI is not hallucinating and teaching the wrong things to students? And I'm sure you get this question a lot, Johannes.
Yes, I get this question a lot. Thankfully, we are in the STEM field where knowledge is like kind of factually. I think teaching history or teaching like, I don't know, philosophy is a bit harder because it is a bit more nuanced, and like there is also like some philosophy behind stuff, and like putting stuff into historical context is kind of hard. But for STEM science, like for calculation, models are getting better, obviously, but at the same time, you can run verifications. There are basically 3 ways to run verifications. One is to use computer algebra systems like SymPy, or like what Wolfram Alpha is doing, or simulations, like some numerical calculation or symbolic math. Then there is the alpha geometry style thing where you do geometrically proving stuff, and the LLM generates a geometrical proof that is formally verifiable. And the last option is to let the LLM generate lean code, which is a formal proofing language that can also be computer-wise verified. Actually, today, the Deep Prover version 2 from DeepSeek came out, and it's quite a large model with 85 billion parameters, but it can generate astonishingly good proofs. And there was also a cool paper like released, I think, on 29th of September from Apple they developed a Hilbert system, which basically takes LLMs and prover LLMs in some kind of agentic system, which is like 97% accurate. which is really good on like standard problems. So there are ways and options to do it. It is ongoing research, and I think in code or in like technical mathematical stuff, it's kind of easier to do because you can generate training data very easily. Like you can generate 100,000 exercises by just variation of input variables and having the right solution and stuff like that. But for example, there are only so many history books, and some of them may be wrong. Some stuff in the internet is wrong. So it may sound paradoxical, but I really feel that getting the hallucinations go away on the topics where you would assume that it's way easier for the LLM to get it right is actually harder than on the technical part.
Yes, but
I
oh, sorry, go on, James.
No, I was just
Sorry.
going to say, even on history, like he's mentioning there, there's always different versions of history, right? There's an event, and then you have different perspectives. So there's like which one is the correct one. Even we as humans deal with that. So how is the machine going to learn that? But anyway, sorry, but that's what I was thinking there. I was like, that's a tough one.
No. But I think what Johanna said is a fair point. But there is another thing. So then imagine if you ask help from AI to, let's say, help you with I don't know, let's say a calculation. Okay, correct me, whatever. So then if you do handwriting, it involves as well some OCR, for example, techniques, because the model maybe not always identifies what is in the handwriting, for example, like a 0 and an O, something like that. And I know that it learns by context as well, but sometimes it could actually happen, and that could be a problem. But I don't know if this is something that Johanna's app is doing. I think it's not. But if there are other companies or other tools that are working with that, that might be the problem rather than the hallucinations for the content itself. And as Johanna said, for something that is factual, right?
Yeah.
So then I think that would be kind of the main challenge in there. What do you think, Johannes?
Oh, there are so many challenges. So there are not there is no shortage of challenges in that field. But what I found interesting, the most hard challenge is to nail the experience of a user and keep the experience consistent. What do I mean by that? Like there are better OCRs coming and stuff like that, but
like Paddle OCR, for example, is really good.
Yeah, I think the best one currently is from Data Chan, like some Chinese OCR. But the thing is that the problem is not really the quality of it, but like making all that systems work together, retrying, no issues, a good error handling, and then also redirecting in case something is not incorrect. For example, if some error happens, that the LLM does not get derailed because of the error and gives some really bullshit answer. And then also like that the style is similar, that the style feels personal, that the technology knows what you can do and what you cannot do and really adapts to you. And it is a very different and hard problem to actually solve because every human being is a bit different and prefer other styles, and every model is different. So if you switch out some parts of your model, or you change some system prompt here and there, or add some additional verification, it may alter the experience, how a user feels the interaction between your platform and him or her is actually going on, and that puts users off.
Yes, no, that's true. But the problem then it would be rather with the kind of tool that you are offering. We have a question here from the audience, Johannes. So then I will just pop it out, and maybe we can answer this. He is asking, do you think AI system can help train or coach junior data scientists while reducing mentoring burden on senior data scientists, for example? There is very little opportunity for juniors to gain practical knowledge now.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, just being able to, like, how fast it has become to generate some visualizations from some data or dig into data and generate some functions on top of it. Like for example, the Jupyter notebook has become so much easier, so you can work more easier, but also like, I mean, yes, I think so. You can ask questions. Actually, programming data science like is a lot, like it's a huge amount of data in the data set of those LLMs. So it's quite good in doing that. You can ask about architectures. You can run these things. You can actually build your own applications very easy. So you can really focus on the data analytics or like data science part of it, do something with it, and then actually use it also in a product or like some demonstration quite easily. So yeah, I think my advice there would be just look something that you want to analyze or some information that you want to have, and then with the help of AI, get it done as fast as best as possible.
I think it's a fair point as well, but like there is something else in parallel here that comes to my head, because when we talk about AI in education, what all think is okay, education in academia. But I think the question that Fadel brought up is very interesting. It's kind of okay. We can also use it to learn it. Or to learn something when we are at work. I remember my first days in business intelligence were kind of hard because the senior was really busy all the time. So then I had to learn a lot of things on my own, kind of okay, trying to figure out how to do the stuff, where to get the data from exactly, learning all the queries because it was my first time working with the SQL language that I never done it before. And I think now maybe it wouldn't be an issue if we have such a tool that could help, the
This
beginners, right?
this is the area literally James and me working for. We're from a simulation company, right?
Yeah.
So what Johanna was focusing on was learning, but there's the kind of edtech, the whole edtech stuff. Like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, our company just went to the DevLearn. That's the biggest learning in US, right? So the thing now is there's a two kind of training stuff. There's a one simulation. There are different way to do simulation, softer skills, and there's a whole lot of other company do like a VR training. Let's say you train health and safety. If you go on the site, you can do VR stuff with AI. Basically, you put that screw in there or something like that, the training. And then also, they are towards more AI now. To all the big companies, basically, they all have their own learning department trying to build with AI, training employees with different skills now. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
so
I was going to say just like for example, airline pilots or any kind of thing where you simulate an environment where simulation would work just as well as an AI where you simulate something happening, because the last thing you want is it to happen in real life. You know what I mean? Like you take down the server, or you do production server, or you take down the system or whatever by doing something small or an update, where you can try to do this in a simulated environment where you can learn. Because I mean, ultimately, when you become senior, it's because years of experience, and you know what works, what doesn't work, and how to have processes and procedures, and why you use this to avoid these type of things. And when you're new, you don't know these, and so this is why you have to simulate. But
Yeah, and also this is the area as well about digital identity now. So you can create the person with the experience, and then it can have one-on-one training with you, and that's where it's working towards at the moment.
but equally important, I think, are the soft skills that you learn as well on the go, right? So because there are many skills that you learn when you start working on that. For example, maybe you have some leadership skills in you, but when you are really in the position is when you really learn how to do this. And I'm not really sure if AI could actually really help in that part, because there are many things that belong to the personality of each
Yeah, but
employee.
that's it. That's what I was talking about. The AI can help is because you can evaluate. Let's say, I'm the head of cloud. I go for some simulation. Basically, says, oh, my senior leadership or whatever skills, conflict skills or whatever, you train that. and you get data, and I can use that data to create or represent the digital you, and then your teammates, the person who report to you, can have conversation to you and train their skills, and then the
Wow.
whole thing will be like that.
It looks like it's the Matrix, you know.
Yeah, like I don't know how to talk to my manager about this report. Let me take a training. Let me practice with you, and then
Or
go to the field.
communicate with stakeholders. How am I going to communicate
Yeah.
this complex idea to stakeholders, or how am I going to make this idea that I have that they can understand it and make it simple and break it down and all of that? Then that's all soft skills, because I mean, no one's going to buy your idea. They don't understand it. And it could be a great idea, but they don't understand it.
Just one question. Do you think that it is possible with the current technology to simulate a human good enough for that kind of training, so where you actually simulate a specific human, not just a general stakeholder or general, I don't know, technician?
Not the human. I don't know. Maybe there's a secret labs, but on the software level, and you measure a couple certain areas or characters, and then you can represent the character. But that's the similar thing. Like when you ask a ChatGPT, answer me like Elon Musk, it can does that kind of
It
similar.
has plenty of data. It has plenty of information on it.
But not
Okay.
a person. But maybe working towards that for sure.
Yeah.
Well, so guys, I think this topic is actually really interesting. I would like to thank our audience for participating today. We love to hear your comments and your questions. Johannes, it was great to have you. You are welcome to come another time to talk to us, maybe showing your product. We would love to see how it works and how it can help
Yeah, sure.
students in the classroom and professors, because I think it is
This
going
is the
both
most
ways.
interactive. This is the most interaction we've ever had, and people asking questions, which is great.
Yeah. Hopefully the German bus will be on time for you next time.
I thought this German system was supposed to be really like efficient. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's like traffic gets everyone. But yeah, next time it will be on time, and I'm happy to come again. And thanks for having me. I enjoyed chat with you guys this time, last time. Also, probably will enjoy it in the future. So looking forward to it.
Yes, and we also want to see the progress of your app. I think it's something very interesting to show our audience how AI really can help them, especially students like Pranab, for example, that he's an AI engineer student. So there are tools out there that maybe can help you. So
Yes,
thank you.
sure.
Thanks a lot.
I just want to say a happy Thanksgiving to everyone today, because today is Thanksgiving. We
True.
mentioned that earlier. And also, don't forget our sponsor, Marina.
Yes. So then I would like to remind you that we are sponsored by Tequila AI. So if you want to implement any AI solution in your company, you don't know where to get started, you can contact our friends of Tequila AI, and they will give you like a super good price. So feel free to contact them from our side. Guys, remember to subscribe, like our channel, like our episode, and share this if you like it. And very nice talking to you. And Jean-Chao and James, see you next week. And Johannes, see you around. Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye.